Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am Tiara Pace. If today is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If today is not your first time here, thank you guys for being a part of this community. In today's video, we're going to discuss exactly how you can go ahead and get started with a Discover It secured credit card. In today's video, I'm going to walk you step by step of how to go ahead and get this card and how this card is going to be beneficial to you. So if you're someone who's looking to build your credit and you don't have any credit cards right now on your credit files, Discover It is a card that I used previously when I began building my credit a few years back, and this is a card that is highly recommended by me. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you all, and we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so when you get ready to get this card, you need to make sure that in Google you put in Discover It secured credit card. You don't want to apply for any cards that's not the secured card, because if you're trying to build your credit, you need to make sure that it's the secured card. Now, with the secured card, this means that you're going to have to pay money up front. With this particular card, it's only $200 to get started. You're going to use your $200, and then Discover is going to put it on your card, and it's going to be a credit card for you to use. So we're going to go ahead and just look over the website and see exactly what it is they offer you for this card and how you can use this card to benefit yourself. So it's a real credit card. Using your secured credit card will build a credit history with the three major credit bureaus. Generally, prepaid and debit cards can't do that. So what this means is Discover It secure card, although it's secure and you're putting your money onto the card, Discover will still report it each month to all three credit bureaus. So it'll report to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, although it is a secured card. You get a refundable deposit. Your secured credit card requires a refundable security deposit. You choose the deposit amount up to the credit line approved. So with them, when I first started this years back, I only put $200 up. You don't have to put a big amount up with them just to get started, but at least $200 is what you would need in order for you to get approved for this card. They will not pull your credit once you get ready to apply for them, but again, you do need to put your money on the card in order for them to make it into an actual card. Now, with them saying that this is a refundable deposit, how that's going to work and how it worked for me when I did this years back is, once I had my card for around 6 to 8 months and it was in good standing and I used it to help me actually build my credit score up, Discover went ahead and sent me my $200 back through mail, and they also gave me an increase where they converted me from being a secured credit card holder to now being an unsecured credit card holder. So with this card, you will be able to earn 2% cash back at gas stations and restaurants, up to $1,000 in purchases each quarter. Plus, you will earn unlimited 1% cash back on all other purchases automatically. One thing about credit cards is you always want to look for credit cards that's going to give you that cash back, because if you're using your credit cards, you want to also be able to generate money on the same platform as you are with just using the card randomly. So if you have a credit card, you want to make sure that you're able to get cash back on each purchase, no matter what you're purchasing. So with this card, I actually really like that. I really like the fact that you can go to the gas station. That's something we always do. If you go out to restaurants, guess what? You're still going to get 2% back, and 2% may not be much, but it is something. And then even with you just using this card for any kind of purchase, you're going to get 1%. So that is awesome to know that even though this is a secured card and you're using your money, you're still making money. That's very smart, Discover. You're using your money to start with them, but they're still giving you cash back on top of your money. Can't get no better. Okay, so with the unlimited cashback match, only from Discover will automatically match all the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year. There is no limit to how much will match. So what this means is, if you have earned $50 back from using your credit card with Discover, now Discover will then give you another $50 on top of the 50 that you already earned. It can't get no better than that. You already getting paid to go do what you normally do, which is go to gas stations. You already get gas. We have to have it. I'm pretty sure you go out to the restaurants at least once. If not, the gas stations will cover enough of that. And then you already getting 1% cash back on any kind of purchases. So I think that's a plus. Like, that's awesome. So if you're someone who's looking to find ways to make extra income, maybe consider putting more than the $200 onto your Discover card. So that way you can take maybe $1,000 and that'll be your credit limit. And now that you have that $1,000 credit limit, you can spend up to that $1,000. But the key is to make sure that you pay it back each month if you do decide to do it that way. So now you're going to also be earning cash back at the same time. And within your first year, Discover is going to also give you the same amount that you earn. So it's a win-win. You just have to make sure that you do use them responsibly. And if you're just getting started, you need to make sure that you know that your utilization have to be on the 30%. I don't teach and educate for you to get up to 30%. I always say try to stay around the 5 to 10% range, but 30% is what it is. But if you do decide to use Discover It secured credit card, just make sure that however much you use, that you pay it all the way down, because that's going to be an even better way for you to be able to not have to worry about the utilization or messing your credit up in the beginning. So it says you can easily view your FICO credit score on monthly statements, mobile and online for free. So your FICO score is how you're going to check your credit. They'll give you, I think, only one score. They're not going to give you all three scorings. So I haven't had them in a long time, so I'm not for sure exactly which one they're pulling from, whether that's going to be Experian, Equifax, or TransUnion. But to actually know your FICO score is showing is good, because I always tell you guys to make sure you know your FICO scoring and not your Vantage scoring. FICO scoring is what the lenders and the bankers look for when you're trying to apply for things. So you always want to make sure you do know their FICO score. So let's see what these frequent asked questions talking about. What type of credit do I need to qualify for this credit card? This card is for people new to credit as well as people looking to rebuild their credit. To determine if you qualify for an account, we review the information that you provide on the application, information in your credit report, as well as other information we may have about your credit worthiness. If you are not approved, we will provide you with the score we obtained, which credit reporting agency it was obtained from, and the reasons we could not approve your application. What do I need to apply? You will need to be at least 18 years of age, have a social security number, U.S. address, and U.S. bank account, and provide all the required information in the online application. Be sure to have your bank routing number and account number handy when you apply. Applications are taken 24/7. And this is the website that we're currently on. And I make sure that I drop it in the description for you guys so you can have the direct link to go directly to this site. And again, with this, it's saying that you have to have a bank account. And the reason you have to have a bank account is because with any credit card, once you have used that money onto that card, they want to make sure that you can automatically pay that money back each month. So you always have to have a bank account linked no matter what credit card you have. They always ask you for your bank information so that they can know that they're able to draft and get that money from your account. This doesn't mean that they're going to automatically just pull it each month, but you will have to set up your own payment arrangements unless you're someone who does set up the automatic draft so that it does come out each month on the same date that they set you up for. So it says, what are secured credit cards? A secured credit card is designed for people who are looking to rebuild their credit. It looks and acts like a traditional credit card, except that you provide a security deposit as collateral for your credit card. Your credit line will equal the amount of this security deposit. So again, no matter how much you put on this card, that's how much your credit limit is going to be. So if you put $200, your credit limit is $200. If you put $1,000, your credit limit is only going to be $1,000. And like a traditional credit card, as you use your credit card, you will need to make payments each month, and your credit card account is used to report to the 3 major credit bureaus. So your on-time payments and responsible use can help build your credit. Starting 8 months after you've been a secured credit card member, we'll review your account monthly to see if we can return your security deposit while you continue to enjoy your card benefits. These reviews will look for your responsible credit use across all your cards and loans, not just with Discover. So again, if you are just now building your credit with a secured credit card, they will refund you your deposit after 8 months, only if you are using this card responsibly and if your credit is okay in general. So you do not want to get this card, start maxing it out, and then going over the utilization where now you have a bill with Discover and they're not going to give you your deposit back in 8 months, which defeats the whole purpose. So with this card, take your $200 or however much you decide to put on that card and make sure you use it responsibly. Also, any other items that you may have on your credit reports right now, make sure that you're paying those on time. If you don't have anything reporting right now, then that's fine. That means Discover is okay for you and you don't have to worry about not getting approved in your 8 months. The whole purpose of using Discover is so that you can use them and you can add extra unsecured credit cards in the future. So Discover is just a way for you to get your feet wet, get in the doors, and then get that unsecured credit card from them without even having to get your credit pull. Because guess what? You already showed them you're responsible. They're going to take a look at your account and they're going to see that you're responsible, but they will not do a hard pull on your credit file. So we just talked about the part about getting your security deposit back, which means you will be able to get it, but let's just see what they say just to make sure. If you pay your balance in full and close your credit card account, we'll refund your security deposit, which can take up to 2 billing cycles plus 10 days. We'll also automatically review your credit card account monthly starting at 8 months to see if we can return your security deposit, which you continue to enjoy while you continue to enjoy your credit card benefits. These reviews are based on responsible credit management across all of your credit cards and loans. We just read about that. So with the security deposit, again, you will get that back. And if you decide to close your account with them, as they stated on here, you will be able to get that back as well. Okay, you guys, so we're not going to read all of those questions. I just wanted to kind of briefly go through them. So here we go. The first step, apply and provide a deposit. If approved, secure your credit line with an equal security deposit. That means a $200 deposit for a 200 credit line or for a $500 credit line. Okay, 2, use your card responsibly. Be sure to pay at least a minimum amount due on time. They tell you to pay the minimum amount, but if you go over 30% of your utilization on that card, pay more than the minimum amount. That means that you need to get that utilization down, because if you don't, just paying the minimum amount will affect your credit and it's going to bring your scoring down. So the key to having credit cards is to make sure you keep your utilization low. And if you're trying to get that cash back like we discussed, you want to make sure that you pay that money back the next month. When it's time for you to make that payment, pay it back. The thing about credit cards is you can use the full amount on there, but you have to be responsible enough to pay the amount back. So if you're not responsible, just don't go over 10%. If you think you're responsible and you're trying to get that cash back as well, then you can go ahead and use the full amount on that card, but just make sure when it's time to pay it back monthly, you do pay it back each month without carrying a balance over. So it talks about the build your credit history, using credit responsibly across all of your credit cards and loans, including Discover and others, may qualify you to get your security deposit back. We went over that part. Okay, so it's trying to show you guys the difference between a Discover It, Capital One secured. You can basically just go on the website and you'll be able to see these same things as well. But we're going to go ahead and get into the application and see what it asks for. I'm not going to apply because, like I said, I don't need it and I got Discover already. But let's see how far I might can get into this application. So it says to complete this application, you will need your bank routing number, which it has to be an actual bank. You can't use something like Cash App. They will not accept it. You have to have an actual bank, a physical bank. Your bank account number to provide a minimum security of $200 for your deposit. So you get to choose your card design, and these designs are free. You're going to have to put in your name, home address, date of birth, your employment status. So you want to make sure that you do have income coming in. You will need that income. And you want to make sure you sign the terms and conditions. Please click or tap to scroll through the text, call, and email disclosures. So let's go on down into these rates. So the APR on this card is 22.99. Whew, that is high. So what this means is you're going to get charged 22.99% if you have balances carrying over monthly. So the thing about credit cards is when you have balances that's going to be carried over on your card monthly, they do charge you this APR fee. Now, he talks about the balance transfers. It's 10.99% intro APR for 6 months from date of first transfer for transfers that post to your account by January the 10th, 2022. So with this means that if you have a balance transfer where you're trying to transfer from one account to another, this is what this is for. But because we're only getting into the secured accounts, you don't want to try to transfer because this is a secure card. You don't want to do that with that. So we're not even going to go over all of that. And that's going to be all for this application, you guys. Let me stop sharing. So that's going to be all. That's going to sum up exactly what you need for this credit card. And again, I'm going to make sure I drop it down in the description how you can go and apply for this card. And with this card, just make sure, again, like I mentioned before, that you guys go ahead and use it responsibly. Stay under that 30% utilization. But if you can, make sure, I highly recommend that you stay between the 5 to 10% each month on that card. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions about the card, make sure you just drop it down in the comments. If it was helpful for you, give me a thumbs up. You know I like them thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. And again, I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Bye.